Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's now time for player ratings, a 2-2 draw. We've got Ty with us as well, joining myself and Robbie. But let's just start straight in. Aaron Ramsdale. I saw a lot of people blaming Ramsdale for the first goal, and his position did look off.
It wasn't his fault, that first goal, but I don't know, he kind of got done, didn't he? Because I have to say, great. Who scored it again?
Pereira.
Great finish. Because what he did, he hit it early.
Quick, yeah.
So, like, Ramsdale was like, you could see Ramsdale was looking to get back. And then he got all unbalanced and everything. And that what I don't know, I'd have to watch it back, but I don't think that was his fault. And he made a great save from Traore later on. And really and truly, I can't blame him. I can't blame him for the goals, man. There were errors from other players. I'll probably give him, listen, he's conceded 2. Probably, but he made a nice, great 7. I'll give him 7 because probably had he not made that save at the end, we lost the game.
Yes. Ty, was it the first goal that he conceded? Was it down to Ramsdale?
Possibly, but the save he made from is out of this world. That's an incredible save. Because anyway.
Okay, let's.
What are you giving him?
I'm giving Aaron a 7 because listen, that Traore, he sped past William, and William is no slouch. So to save that when he hit it with power is what saved us. And we're disappointed now. If we'd lost the game, it would have been something that we don't even want to think about. So now I'm giving Aaron for that 7-5 because he earned us at least a point.
Okay, let me come straight back to you for a position of a player I hate seeing. Thomas Partey at right back.
Well,
what do you give him?
Probably 5. It's not his position. It's not his position. So you know, it's you could say that it's a funny position, but listen, it's a hybrid position that worked fine against Crystal Palace. So listen,
a 5 then, yeah.
I'll give him 5, and he came off. He's not in his usual position.
5 is a surprise that from Ty.
I'll probably give him a 5 as well. I thought there was moments of sloppiness in that first half from him. There was one time, for instance, right? I'll give you an example, right? There was one time he did an unbelievable touch.
Oh yeah.
Right, the ball took the ball down. I'm like, how did he do that? But then he gave the ball away. It was kind of that type of performance with him, you know what I mean? And it was just up and down, and he doesn't look comfortable in that right. He's not got the pace to play in that position. I get what Arteta's trying to do, get him into the middle of the park, control the game, but he does not. What happens when he has to then is be forced back to defend. He doesn't look comfortable there, especially if you're up against a quick player. So 5, I agree with a 5.
Okay, let's go into centre backs. Let's start with Ben White for you, Robbie.
Yeah.
I don't really.
If it didn't, again, I don't like him in that position kind of thing because he didn't get involved in the game enough.
That is his natural position, though, isn't it?
It is his natural position, and he can play there. But in the context of the game, it's not that when I say I don't like him in that position, obviously he can play centre back and he can play it well. But in the context of today's game, I want to see him out on the flanks as a right back, getting involved with Saka up there. He seemed wasted today, playing where he was today. So, and we conceded from that corner. I mean, it was hard to tell who was at fault, but we didn't defend that well. But I'll give him a 6 today.
6. Ty, do you agree with 6 for Ben White?
Yeah, 5, 6. Like Robbie said, it's a different position. It's a different position.
Okay, let's go straight back to you then, Ty, for William Saliba.
Boy, listen. I'd say in this system it's a bit weird, but I'll give William an 8 because I thought he played really well. The only time, and the thing is, with Traore, I can't even blame him. It's just Traore is so fast. I thought he defended really well. He was coming forward and all that, you know. Okay. So yeah, I'll give William an 8.
Give him an 8.
8.
2 goals conceded today.
Man, no, you don't get no 8 today, man. And normally, one of my favourite players. You're right, you know what I mean? Everybody can get burnt by Traore, especially when you're tired. And Traore's just come on, you're going to get burnt. I mean, there's no shame in that. But I thought today as well, he was a little bit. He weren't quite.
He wasn't.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He wasn't the commanding Saliba I'm used to.
Didn't feel stable
today. Yeah, I thought I'd give him a 6 as well.
Oh, 6.
I thought he was average today. He wasn't that commanding guy that I'm used to. Listen, he wasn't the worst of the centre backs, but he wasn't the most commanding guy that we're used to seeing.
100%.
He sets himself a high standard, and he dropped off of that today.
I think that's fair. Let's go to left back. Jakub Kiwior we saw today, Robbie. What would you give? What's your rating for him?
Again, he didn't look comfortable to me out there. He never. I never saw one cross. I never saw him go past a player once. He obviously is not comfortable in that position. It seems like a waste of time in playing there, and it's nothing to do with him. This is more to do with the tactics. He is not suited to that position. Did he get past the player once? Did he put a cross in? You look at that and you think, well, why have we sent Kieran Tierney on loan? That made no sense to me today with what I saw. I don't really want to see. Hopefully, for me, from a personal point of view, I don't want to see him play in that position again. If you're playing him, play him as a centre back. Yeah. So I give him a 5. 5. I think a lot. That's a great thing you brought up there. A lot of people would like to have seen Kieran Tierney start there over Jakob Kiwior today. Timber is out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Tommy Asu can be quite injury prone at times. He's got the red card, yeah. Right. Zinchenko can be injury prone. I don't get, unless we're buying. Listen, the manager might buy someone before the end of the window, then I'll understand it. If we don't, I don't really understand sending Tierney out on loan. I'm glad you said that because I agree. Ty, just quickly, Jakob Kiwior, Robbie went with a 5. You?
Yeah, 5. I didn't see him much. Not that it was bad, but you know, yeah. 5.
Okay, let's go to someone that everyone was waxing lyrical about today. Midfield, Declan Rice. What's that by his brother?
Listen, I think we should. I think we should. Listen, I'm tempted to go about a 9 for him because I thought it was absolutely superb.
2-2 draw, 9, yeah, okay.
2-2 draw, yes, 2-2 draw, but it shouldn't have been. We had so many chances against these nobodies, but so nobodies is correct. Yeah, you heard me correctly, against these nobodies. Apart from Burnt, then he's the only one I'll give props. I'll give Burnt props. Pahu?
Okay,
I'll give Burnt props, but listen, listen, he was amazing against Crystal Palace, and he was amazing again. It's a shame that we didn't win, but like I said, Aaron is the safest day because listen, it would have been a lot worse if we'd lost to these nobodies. So.
I think 9's a bit, you're getting a bit carried away there. I thought in the first half our best player easily. He was the only player that looked to me like he was on it. The only player playing with the right intensity. He was spraying the ball around. He was excellent in the first half. In the second half, he was a little quieter. But I think I give him an 8. I'm so impressed by this guy. He's been excellent. He's been excellent.
Let's go to. I'm gonna come straight back to you, Robbie. The most controversial player of the day, and I even saw Turkish's title saying "I miss Xhaka," which I'm gonna be intrigued to watch because it's all around this Kai Havertz. So Kai Havertz for you today, Robbie.
Yeah, he was anonymous. He wasn't worse than any player on that pitch, right? But the problem is, he's come from Chelsea with a huge price tag. It's a shock signing, no one's really expecting it. So unfortunately, he is going to kind of get it in the neck more than any other player. It's just the way it is. Yeah. He's got a lot of people to win over it. So it is, and it is a bit harsh on him. But he's got to perform better than he did today. There was one time when the ball came to him. Turn with it, he's passing it back, like going safe. There's too much safety with him today. It was too much. That's what I said. He worked worse than any other player, but it was too much safety first. And when you paid £65 million for a player, you're expecting a lot more than that.
Is there also more pressure on him because the fact that Timber came in? I know he's injured now, but came in and slotted straight in. Declan Rice is now starting to hit levels.
Declan Rice, everybody's slotted in.
So now everyone's looking at.
But I think it's harder for him because everyone's looking at him and thinking, bro, you came from Chelsea for 65 million. I wasn't even expecting you. You better deliver. And a performance like today, 5. I'll give him a 5. 5. 5.
Okay, Ty. Havertz.
Yeah.
You give him low?
No, I'll give him low. Yeah. I think. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well, give me a rating.
Yeah, it's a 5. It's good. It's going to take time for Kai, but I do think it will come good. I have to apologise. When I said Fulham, I said nobodies. I forgot to say Calvin Bassey, and Tosin are the only three are not nobodies. The rest are nobodies. So. Sorry about that. And when I say nobodies, I talk more about the Fulham fans, not even the team. The fans.
Okay, we're doing the ratings of the players. So you said 5 for Kai Havertz.
So I'm rating the Fulham fans.
Okay, we'll leave the fans for now. Let's go straight back to you, Ty, just quickly. Martin Odegaard, captain today.
Martin, a bit quiet as well, but I still think he was good. He was getting in things, so I'll probably give him about a 6.
6, Robbie, Martin Odegaard. It's a tough one, this one.
He had a poor game, man. That's what I mean. There's so many of our good players. Our players like Martin Odegaard set such a high standard that when you see him give the ball away as many times as he did today, I just didn't know what was wrong with him today. I was like, what's wrong with Odegaard today? No system, man. You know what I mean? System.
That's all I've heard today, you know. Tinkering and system and habits.
You know what I mean? He was not good enough today. He was not good enough. Right? Listen, when you're a top player, whether it's 3 at the back, 4s, 5s, whatever, you got to play really better than he did today. I don't need to tell him that. The manager will tell him, and he'll know. Yeah. He sets a high standard. He's normally 7, 8 out of 10 every single game, but today for me is a 5.
5. Okay, let's go straight back to you, Robbie. Bukayo Saka. Today.
Horrendous mistake at the start of the game, which puts us under pressure. And had he had not scored that penalty, he probably would be the person I would have given the lowest mark, because it was such a bad error. And then after that, you can see it affected him again. But then I've got to take my hat off to him, right? Because when I saw him stepping up to take that penalty, I was like, what?
Yeah, Martin Odegaard was on the pitch at the time.
I was thinking, what?
What's going to happen?
But bro, this guy's got balls, man, of steel. Yeah. And he took that penalty, scored it, and got us back in the game. And there was a long delay on it and everything. Yeah. So you know, and then after that, he played a lot better. But it's hard to because he's always, again, another player is always 8 out of 10 plus.
But on this performance today, I'm going to give him a 5 because, as I said, I'm giving to, you know, many other players would hide. You've given that, you know, he knows what he did. He gave that bad mistake, not having the greatest of game. Many other players would hide. He didn't. Give me the ball, man. 60,000 fans in there thinking, yo, bro, didn't you miss one? Yeah, are you sure? Yeah, when he
didn't. That's what I rate about him. That's what I love. Okay. But today won his best game, a 5.
5?
I would say 7.
7?
Because the penalty, like Robbie said, listen, Robbie's good, you know, because he's even mentioned the programme. Obviously, the balls are still, obviously, other programme available. So that's very good. But listen, the penalty, because there was a delay, there was a long...
But you also got to factor in the mistake he made. What was he doing, man? I don't know what...
I do, but
that was like...
No, Robbie, I do.
That was... I went and watched my son play earlier. And if they did win, yeah. Well, if somebody that does under 14s football, if somebody had done that, I would have been cussing then.
Yeah.
So come on, man.
Yeah, but isn't he allowed mistake?
No, listen, 7 is high.
Of course.
I don't know, because of the I'm thinking about the penalty and the fact he kept on chopped down. Sorry, Robbie. He kept on getting chopped down, and that ref is all I can call him. Went to book Mikel. Do your job. Why are you walking on the pitch? Do your job, because he was missing foul after foul after foul.
He's a human being, and he can make mistakes. Yeah. It doesn't mean make him a bad player. It just means he had a bad game.
Yeah, that's fine. So you said 7.
I say 7.
Okay, let's go to the other wing. I'll come to you, Ty. Gabriel Martinelli.
Boy, I'd say 7 again, because I thought he done really, really well. I thought he's creative a lot.
Yeah,
creative a lot. Yeah. I was impressed with him. He was always probing and working. You know, 7. That's right, 7.
Okay, 7. So Ty's gone with a 7.
What kind of game you were watching?
He's the same as you.
Nah, man. No. No, he didn't. He didn't have a good game. Martinelli again, another guy. As I said, so many of our top tier players that always deliver were poor today. He's another one. He had a poor game in the first half. How many times he gave the ball away? Some of his shooting was like miles off. Like, he just had a poor game. 5. Because I've given him. I can't mark him lower than that, because he always gives everything, and he gave everything. But he had a poor game. 5. Okay, average game.
Okay, let's come to you, Robbie, again straight away. Our striker today. Trossard to start first.
Again, he had a poor game. he had a poor game.
A lot of people were calling for him to start though. I'll be honest. I did the predicted 11.
I
said
heard you
him
guys
to,
on a predicted
I wanted
11.
him to start as well.
I must say I was shocked that Eddie didn't start after what he's been doing since the season started. I thought what, but Trossard it's not. I'm shocked, but I'm not upset because Trossard's quality, right? But he didn't have a good game, and I'll probably have to give him a 5 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bang average for Trossard, 5.
Yeah,
Ty?
Leandro, disappointed for him because he does deserve to start in these cameo performances, but he didn't really play well. He didn't really get into the game. I thought though, but it's interesting when there was the ball over. I thought if Kai didn't get in his way, I thought he was going to score that. When Kai, but listen, Leandro's time will come. He's still quality, so yeah.
So do you agree with 5?
Yeah, I agree with 5. Yeah.
Let's rattle through the subs, but they're not going to rattle through them because they had a big impact on today's game. I'm going to start with actually Eddie Nketiah.
He's the man of the match for me. You know what I mean? Because he came on, he made an impact straight away. As soon as he came on, there was a different tempo, different intensity. He was closing people down. He was making things happen. He took his goal well. You know what I mean? Should have been the winning goal if the defenders got their job right. And I thought Eddie was excellent today. He should have started. I thought that was bad that he didn't start the game today.
100%.
After his performance the other night, after he scored in the first game, why is he dropped? I didn't get that one. So I'm going to give him an 8, my man in the match.
A man of the match as well. Ty, I want to hear what you want to give Eddie Nketiah, but it feels like there's a cloud over him. No matter what happens, no one's kind of believing him. I had people next to me when he was coming on saying, why are we not bringing on Jesus? I said, what is going on?
Well, listen, Eddie showed what's going on. He scored, like Robbie said, should have been the winner. So it's what is it now? I think it was 14 and 16. So it's 15 in 7. He didn't even start today. It's 15 home goals in 17 games for him.
Wow.
And against Crystal Palace, he won the penalty that won us the game.
Correct.
So
what score would
listen,
you give him?
I'd give. I'll be tempted. Yeah, I'll agree, Robbie. I'll give him 8. The thing is, I don't know what Eddie has to do. He's damned if he does. He's damned if he doesn't.
Correct. Let's go to.
Man, I see when he's coming on already.
Yeah, that's what I had as well.
Then 20 minutes later, Eddie.
There's enough of them. There's enough of them. Let me go to Fabio Vieira.
Fabio, Fabio's an 8.
An 8 as well. We're same with Eddie, okay?
Absolutely, no, because he got the assist and all that, and also I don't know because I could be here forever. I wonder why was he pulled up for that? That was listen. Ballet, what is it? It's gymnastics. People will be proud of what he did, and dancers as well. Why was that pulled up though?
Yeah, I don't.
What was that pulled up for?
I have no idea.
Fabio, I think in his short space of time, I'll give Fabio 8. I thought he was outstanding.
Okay, an 8. That's a high score, but he come on and done well.
Yeah, no, I think I'd agree with him. I give him. He's not my man in the match as Eddie, but I thought he played well. Came on, assist, looked lively, had shots.
Physicality.
That was the other thing. Why weren't we shooting? He come on, had a couple of shots, stung Leno's hand. You know what I mean? He played well. Well done. I'll give him an 8
as well. Okay, let's go to Jorginho quickly.
Yeah, came on and did okay. 6.
6.
Yeah. It's 5, 6. Jorginho didn't do much, so 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay, there's one more sub, I believe. Was that all? I think I've done Zinchenko. Yes, Oleg Zinchenko.
Zinchenko's my guy, man. But listen.
The game did improve when he was on the pitch, though. I know he made the mistake,
but that's a bad error. You know what, right? What I couldn't understand, and I just can't understand about Arsenal overall. Monday night when we were at Palace, Zinchenko, Jorginho came on, showed their experience, controlled the game, just held the ball, didn't give it away once. Basically, once they came on, Palace didn't get a kick. Saw the game out. Zinchenko comes on today, he was doing all right, but giving away that corner. You know what I mean? They're down to 10 men. Just look after the ball. That's kind of cost us the game. As soon as we got that corner against us, you know, it reminded me of last season. Remember I think it was Bournemouth we played. When we did the same thing, gave away a corner and then, here.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh God, Zinchenko, man, you're an experienced player. I'm not going to give him a 4 because I haven't given anyone else that, but that's the only reason. I'm going to give him a 5, but he's got to do better than that. That kind of cost us the game. Just needed at that stage. All he needed to do was what we did the other night: control the game, keep hold of the ball. You know what I mean? We're 2-1 up. You know?
Okay. Let's Zinchenko quickly, Ty.
Yeah, about a 5. I thought he was fouled personally. I'd have to see again, but I thought that was a foul. But then the referee's going to miss everything. But he,
foul?
I thought it was foul.
They won the ball.
I thought it
weren't a foul.
I thought it was a foul. But the referee misses everything anyway. So he's too busy thinking how he's going to try and send off Mikel. So yeah, I'll give Oleg a 5.
Let me come to you because I do want to get to Mikel. Let's come to you for the referee then. What do you give the referee rating today?
Was there a referee? I didn't know there was a referee.
I don't think the referee was that bad.
So that's the man in the black then, because I didn't see no referee. I didn't see no referee.
Did you have your glasses? You had the glasses on.
I had my glasses on. I couldn't see no referee. I saw somebody. The funny thing is, Cecil, I think he needs my glasses more than me.
Fair.
Because you know what? Why don't we change? He can wear my glasses. I can walk home because he obviously needs them more than me. Because I didn't.
They got red carded. We got a penalty. What'd you give him? What rating?
If I gave him a 0, that would be a compliment.
Okay. Ref today.
No, he's chatting rubbish, man. The referee. Stop blaming the referee for these. You've been doing it for years. It's the new rules. If you step out of your area and that, you get booked.
So why did you book Silver then?
I don't know.
Silver was stepping out of his area.
I don't know, but all I know, that's the new rules. If you do that, or if you complain at the fourth, that's a new rule. You get booked. And then throughout the game, I don't think the referee was that bad.
He's consistent.
I don't think he was that bad. He sent off their player, quite rightly so. I don't think the game flowed.
Made yellows for time wasting.
Right? He gave yellows for time wasting.
He got one.
The referee was not bad. The referee today, I'll give him a 7. It was not bad.
Yeah.
Just you're trying to deflect. We were bad, not the referee. We were bad.
He was bad.
No, we were bad.
He missed a lot of fouls. No.
Okay.
Listen, we might as well have played without a ref. That's what I think.
Let me go to a rating that I really want to hear from both of you. Mikel Arteta, tinkering, I keep hearing it, systems. I mean, these buzzwords are flying around, but for me, it infuriated me what I saw the lineup before. But what do you give Mikel Arteta for this choice he made today?
Was going to give him a 4, right, for all the tinkering and changing. When I saw the formation before the game, I'm like, put Gabriel back in now, man.
Sort this out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go with a 4, just get our balance back, go and win this game. He changed it. All right, fair enough. Listen, we got to roll with what he done, but he got it wrong. And but where I'm going to give him some additional marks is he did change the game by bringing on Eddie early, and he brought on Fabio Vieira, and they changed it, and we should really have won it and seen it out. And then it's basically a mistake at the end, which is not really his fault, that cost us the thing. But to me, I do think we need to go back to what we were doing last week with a 4 last year. When we play Man United next week, I want to see Ben White on the right-hand side. I want to see Zinchenko on the left. I want to see Gabriel, Saliba. I want to see a midfield of Declan Rice, Partey and Odegaard, right? I don't want this just do what we were doing very well against those teams. So 5 for me.
Quickly, Ty, would you give Mikel Arteta?
I would like to give him more, but unfortunately we didn't win where we should have won. So I'll give Mikel a 5 as well.
5 as well?
Yeah. I'll give him a 5.
It's a bit louder. 5. Yeah?
I'll give him a 5. Okay. I'll give the referee 0.
And then I'm going to give you 0. You know what I mean?
0 for what?
I had a great time today, and I want to get your fans' ratings today, guys, because I heard a lot of people. To be fair, a lot of people questioned the fans, obviously the new ballot system and all that, and what's going on in the Emirates.
I heard a lot of people going up. I didn't think the atmosphere was that bad from where I was. I thought it was all right. What I would say, it was a bit flat when they got that goal back. I thought the fans would be a bit more, come on, let's get that back, third. Yeah. I think it was kind of like, again. You know what I mean? The fans, you could see, like, they were sort of like, what? You're putting us through this again? After we've got, you know what I mean? So they're a bit deflated towards the end, but I'll probably give the fans a 7 today.
7. Fans?
Well, I would say 8. Because we was did you see any Fulham fans?
I saw the Fulham fans, yeah.
I didn't. So, anyway, you know what? Sorry, I don't see anybody that's 1-0. Sorry. But anyway, the reason why I tell you, because like I said before,
what it is, right?
If you can't,
right, there'll be 2 Fulham fans that are going, right, and then he's crying.
They can't have a go at me.
And he blankets all of them.
Robbie, they can either go at me if they know something. Okay. Fulham didn't win something in 70. You know how old I was in 75? 5 years old. And also, let me make an apology. You know what? I said last week, it's terrible of me. I said I'd go back to the 1930s. I apologise. I go back to the 1900s. That's what time I go back. And that's the last time Fulham won anything.
Okay, well listen,
I like Fulham. I like Fulham as a
yeah, and they cause us problems today. But listen, thank you to Peter for hospitality today, and pick up Jeff as well. That is our player ratings. Let us know your player ratings on AFTV Plus app. Go over there and give us your scores, and we'll be checking them. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back again come next week against Manchester United here at the Emirates. Take care. Love, love, love.